Hello and welcome. My name is Meepolis, they, he, she, and today's pick is Aya, Claws Come Out, written by Marguerite Abouet, illustrated by Clément Oubrerie, and translated by Edwige-Renée. Originally published in French in 2022 and subsequently published in English by Drawn and Quarterly in 2024. I cannot tell you how fast I put a hold on this book when I saw it on my library's new acquisition page, but it was close to instantaneously. I really don't follow publishing news, so despite the fact that my previous Aya reviews started getting a bump in traffic 2 years ago, I had no freaking clue why. The last 3-volume bind-up had series conclusion literally written all over it, and I had no idea this book was coming out, but it certainly made my day. Content notes for cheating, homophobia, sexual harassment, police brutality, drunk driving, and abduction. What keywords came to mind reading this volume? Drama, coming of age, students, nepotism, new ways of doing things, and misogyny. The summary is, quote, longtime creative team Marguerite Abouet and Clément Oubrerie make a stunning comeback after a lengthy 12-year hiatus. The 7th installment in the Aya series takes us all back to Yop City, home to the hustle and bustle of the Ivory Coast. As Solibra's newest intern, clear-eyed college student Aya finds an unexpected adversary in the beer giant's brand new head of HR. Her friend Moussa, heir apparent to the company's CEO, Mr. Sissoko, vies for his father's attention while struggling to tone down his tendency to party. After being outed, Albert must find a new place to stay and grapples with the realities of insufficient student housing. His old flame, Inno, discovers firsthand how difficult life can be for undocumented migrants in France. Back at home, Bintou navigates the ups and downs of newfound soap opera stardom. All the while, Didier just wants to take Aya out to dinner, if she can even find the time, end quote. With lots of previous reviews, I have in fact previously profiled creative duo Marguerite and Clément. I'll link to Volume 1 for my initial thoughts, and my review of Volume 2 for a more fulsome set of profiles. New to this volume is the translator, Edwige-Renée, who is widely described as a writer, translator, and all-around literary activist from the Ivory Coast. She is also one of the founders of Abidjan Lit, a literature collective. Wikipedia also tells me that in 2020 she opened a public library focused on women's writing from Africa and the Black diaspora. The library is named 1949 to commemorate the Ivorian women who marched against colonial power in that same year. Even after a 12-year hiatus, neither Marguerite or Clément skip a beat. Claws Come Out is the perfect continuation of the series' wit and soap opera flavored look at everyday life. While we had been introduced to gay characters in the last volume, I appreciated that the social justice content, to use a pretty broad umbrella term, was further amped up throughout this volume, with Aya working to organize a rally for increased quality of life for students in Yop City, and Innocent being pulled into protests for the regularization of undocumented immigrants in Paris, with both movements being brutally put down by local police, which also serves as a nice parallel and draws connections between two very different geographic locations. We also see the economic implications of Albert's parents finding out that he is gay. As someone who grew up in the so-called Bible Belt, I've unfortunately heard similar homophobic ideas about gay people being mentally ill or possessed. And again, their ultimate kidnapping is not that different to what has happened to many of my peers whose parents decided to try and pray the gay away, or worse. Gender continued to be a strong theme throughout the book, although pretty binary. Aya is a confident woman who is determined to not live in the same way as the women who came before her. And she is pretty well supported, although a few people feel like perhaps they've just given up trying to stop her. This doesn't stop the book from confronting the ugly reality of sexual harassment, women trying to pull down other women, and the misogynistic idea that women are just trying to use men. Disability felt like the least explored theme that I try to touch on in each of my reviews. Wrapping things up, I continue to really enjoy the series and widely recommend it. 4 stars. Bye y'all, keep reading and stand with striking workers. And Literally Graphic is created on land that should be given back to the traditional landholders, which in this case is, to my knowledge, the Mississaugas of the Credit First Nation, Anishinaabe people, the Haudenosaunee Confederacy, and the Huron-Wendat Nation.